Hello, fabulous people. Beate Chelette here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is another episode in the Entrepreneur Forum, and today we're talking about the income sine wave. So for those of you who are not familiar with the term sine wave, it is a sine wave that kind of goes up and down like this. And the income sine wave that we see many, many times in businesses is pretty consistent, right? So I talk to a lot of business owners that sometimes have income that is multiple six figures, and then the next year the income drops by a couple $100,000, and then the next turn comes, and then they'll make money again, and then it falls off again. So it just constantly goes up and down and up and down and up and down like a wave. And this is very disturbing and challenging for a lot of business owners, because every time it goes up, you go, yay, I got it. I figured it out. Yes, finally business is going up. I'm going to keep it going. And then you fall off again. So today I want to talk about the strategy on how are you going to get out of this income sine wave. So there's multiple things that are playing into this. Number one, if you've been in the sine wave for a number of years in your business and it is not changing, then it is something that you are doing that is causing it. It's as simple as that. Number two, the income sine wave, when it goes better and it goes worse, means that a lot of times it is up to the business owner and the business owner's ability to work hard and more to make more money until they reach burnout. And then the owner pulls back and the income pulls back. Number three, if you don't have business systems that at one point when you are making enough money, you are putting this money back into developing a strategy that will get you this consistent income increase or even quantum leap, you're never going to get out of the income sine wave. It is just simply not possible. So a strategy comes at the point where your business is taking off. When your business is starting to, to just sort of have this little shiver where you feel something is really happening here, you need to take the money that you're making and investing it in a strategy to create this lead generation, to create this income, all these activities that are bringing you in the leads, so you have enough stuff in the pipeline. That typically means that you have to hire people, that you have to hire someone who can, a virtual assistant or an assistant, somebody, any kind of assistant, somebody that can help you figure this out, subject matter experts that are around lead generation or social media people or whatever that might be, right? You may have to hire more people. Now, what the biggest problem typically is that when you make this decision, and this is what's being asked of you, is to make this decision that you are changing this income sine wave to a perpetual income increase, that you're going to have to take actions before this money actually is showing up, because you are already doing what you're doing and it's not working because you're here. So if you think you're going to continue to do what you do, and then one day it's just going to do this, it cannot happen, because the formula that I'm using is producing the sine wave. So if you need to change the formula, then you can change the income sine wave. And this is irrespective of you making, $100,000, $500,000, $5 million, or $10 million, because there comes a point where you have to make the commitment to growth. And the commitment to growth comes at an expense, and it comes at a rapid change in business. So I give you an example so you understand how that works. I applied for an SBA loan. So I got $25,000. That is my business investment. That is at a very low interest rate. I applied for a PPP, which I was granted. So I got, roughly $30,000, $40,000 in my bank. That is investment money that I can use to really drive my business forward. So some people have gotten the loans and the PPP, and they use this protective sense of, I'm going to keep this just in case something happens. That's not the spend of the money. That's not how you're supposed to use this. You're supposed to use this as an investment to create the systems and the processes and the strategy that are going to prevent you from being in this position again, to help you to get out, because you need money to make money. So what I did is, I went out, I looked at the strategies I needed to implement. I hired somebody to help me with an Instagram strategy. I hired somebody to help me with my funnel strategy. I hired someone, who is just a phenomenal executive assistant, which is helping me so much in really growing this business. So I looked at who the subject matter experts were that I needed to be bringing into my business to help me create, now that I have this play money in the bank, this lead magnet strategy, so that from here on out, I do not have to worry about where my leads are coming from, because now I've taken this investment in putting this out. So to sum it up, your income sine wave is a result of what you're doing or a result of what you are not doing. If you do not have a strategy on how to consistently bring people in, then you do not need to be surprised that sometimes you have clients and sometimes you have not. And there are so many strategies, from network to referral strategies to just basic lead magnet, lead pages, opt-in pages, giving away free things, webinars, executive roundtables, speaking. There's so much out there on how you can get people into your pipeline. You need to figure out where your money is going to come from, where you're going to find the money to run these initiatives, so that once and for all, you're going to solve the problem of where you're going to get clients from. That is what we consider is a business growth strategy. It is investment into the future with the purpose of creating more people coming into your pipeline, then fine-tuning the conversion piece on how to convert more people, and then going out and making and closing the sales. But the first piece is you got to get them into your pipeline. So for my company, we have spent the last 6 months intensively cleaning up a lot of the different things. We've had things that work. We have things that don't work. We have to let go of some people. We have to find some new people. We have some people that are working. That's just part of this testing phase, because you need to find at least 3 strategies that work for you to bring people in. For us, it is podcasts. For us, it is Instagram now. And for us, it is YouTube, which we've had a huge setback, which we're trying to get back on track on. And we obviously, are still working on fixing our funnels, because that's not really working so well. So there's a disconnect somewhere. But have an idea of curiosity of how do you look at how you approach your play money for your business. Because if you're in protecting mindset, you're not going to grow. You're going to have to be in a growth mindset. If you need a growth strategy, you know where to find me. Leave your comments. Let me know if you have any questions about business. I'm here to help. This is not a one-way street. I want you to succeed. So let me know what you need help with, and I'll be happy to provide any support I possibly can. Thank you so much for watching. This is Beate Chelette, the Growth Architect.